Apparently there's a backlog on tender boats available to go to shore on Maui. So we're waiting on the piazza deck for our group name to be called to get in line to board the tender boat. Waiting, waiting, waiting.
In part 1, having returned from the Mauna Loa Macadamia nut farm in Hilo, Hawaii, our second port of call, after our tour bus had broken down. If you haven't seen part 1 and would like to, I've added the link in the description below. Lahaina, Maui, our third port of call. It's a little before 7 a.m. After waiting for close to an hour for an available tender boat, we were finally on our way from the ship to the shore to explore the town of Lahaina before our next excursion, the Atlantis Submarine adventure.
Thank you. I got it. We've got about an hour before our excursion starts. We got an hour.
So we did it just in time.
It'd be nice if we can find a little beach area before our sub ride in an hour. We won't go too far. It's very shady. Look at these trees.
Yeah, those are banyan.
Those are banyan trees? Yeah, they're a little bit younger than the other ones we saw yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, those roosters are everywhere on all the islands. I think they just run free. Look at the hills with the sun shining on all the...
Look at that. It's raining up there.
You think it's raining up there? There's our ship. We finally found some beach on Maui here. On Lahaina, is that the name of the little town?
Lahaina.
I wonder if there's a dressing room where I can put my swimming trunks on.
I'm looking for someone really good to swim into.
That's me. I was determined to get into the ocean of Maui. While the water was beautiful, the temperature was a little cold, at least for me, during this late January afternoon. I'm still having a hard time getting that extra COVID weight off. Yeah, that's it. COVID weight.
They're everywhere, aren't they? And there's a black rooster right there. I guess they just feed on what, grass and bugs and.
Yeah.
And why are there feral chickens on the islands? As one story goes, the sugarcane plantations during the 1700s had a variety of animals, including chickens. When the sugar industry began to decline in the late 1800s, many of these animals were apparently let loose and left to fend for themselves. These birds may be the descendants 130 plus years later. Another story claims the hurricanes of 1982 and 1992 destroyed domestic coops, releasing the chickens into the jungles, resulting in the feral chicken seen today.
On the way to board the submarine. Doesn't look very big, does it?
Yeah, that never gets old.
The top doesn't.
I can't believe that I am going to be in
Alright, ready, jellyfish.
I want to have you head down to the left-hand side. Closer down. Alright, so everyone started moving around. Did anyone miss anybody? No? You guys have all been? Yeah? Oh, you guys are so honest. You could have snuck one and got a free trout. Alright, you guys.
Go pilot, take care of the aft hatches, my eyes in that portion of the vessel. You already met JJ, this dude's your dive guide. Talking about the underwater world, we're gonna get the hatches shut. Vessels away from our sides. Pre-dive checks complete. Soon start submerging this thing to the bottom of the Pacific. Welcome aboard.
Reef itself. This reef is mainly made out of clay coral. Clay coral is a favorite among the lawfish out here because it grows very flat. Makes a lot of caves, a lot of tunnels, all these fish can hide into. Now if they're a predator in the area, like a dolphin or even a shark, these fish will see that predator, will dart inside the reef. Ooh, look at this fish. Bend down, look straight up. Bend down, look straight up. Fish really close to the submarine. Looks like a swimming turkey leg. So yeah, bend down, look straight up. It's towards the reef there.
It's like
Nice
square.
in here. It's got the big eyes, big lips, yeah. So that's the Angelina Jolie fish. And that is the giant porcupine fish from a whaling ship. Now this anchor is around 150 years old. It's been underwater for well over 100 years. This is not the main anchor of the ship. We only show that anchor when we have bad visibility, or it's potentially dangerous for us to see the sunken ship. But this is fantastic visibility, over 70 feet. So you guys can see the sunken ship. Just bright yellow little black beady eye. Those are called yellow tanks. Now you might recognize that fish. That's Bubbles from Finding Nemo. Or there's that shark on the port side.
Oh, yeah.
Getting a great view of this shark. Look at the shark's mouth. Look at its gills. See it opening and closing. See those gills flapping. Now it's doing something called buccal breathing. That's something very rare among shark species. White tips are the only species that do it in Hawaii. Out here. Port side. Here we are at our sunken ship, the Carthaginian.
Ooh. Oh, look inside the ship.
We got a beautiful school yellowfin goldfish hanging out inside the wheelhouse. Now this ship was first built in 1920 in a place called Hilo, Germany. Today the ship is around 103. First built to be used as a cargo ship, she sailed around Europe delivering cargo to various countries of Europe. She was found in the 1970s by an old Lahaina crew. They sailed the ship all the way from Soviet Denmark to Lahaina, Hawaii. This was a 105-day journey. Oh, of course, I look straight down. You have a celebrity appearance right on the side of the ship. SpongeBob. Yeah, how did he get down here? You know, he lived under the sea. I want you guys to imagine something for me. So about 8 months ago now, I brought down a field trip of second graders. Imagine 40 second graders in a submarine. As soon as they saw SpongeBob, they started screaming the SpongeBob theme song. On this tour, we saw sharks, we saw octopus, we saw rays. I asked all the kids what their favorite part of the tour was. They all said SpongeBob. It's a fan favorite. Now we're here just a couple minutes, things became way too out of hand. This company knew they had to get rid of the ship. They just didn't know how they're going to do it. They decided to approach Atlantis within the harbor. They asked us if we wanted to buy the ship. We said it depends on how much you're offering. After we heard that offer, we just had to buy the ship. Now this is not a shipwreck. Thank goodness, this is not a shipwreck.
After serving many years as a floating museum in Lahaina, the Carthaginian, an old cargo ship, was purposely sunk off the shore and today serves as an artificial reef for coral and fish. Prior to its sinking, this area was merely a sandy bottom with very little marine life. Today it houses indigenous fish and a vibrant coral reef.
Okay, so this is a male. This is a male. Easiest way to tell is by looking, of course, you look under any animal, you can tell. But look under this animal, you can see right next to its anal fin, it's got 2 long rows of claspers. Telltale sign that this is a male. Females lack those claspers.
Yeah, all of a sudden it cleared out.
And touchdown. We have just part 2 at the very bottom of the Pacific Ocean. If you guys want to pick for a depth gauge, now would be the time to do so. This will be the largest number we see on our tour here today. It also may be the deepest ever go on planet Earth. It might be full of opportunity not to get a picture.
Forward start inside your head now. Thank you very much for diving with Atlantis. Aloha, guys. Secure. Transport systems are on and functioning. Currently ballasted with 4,000 pounds of seawater every depth of 100 feet. Now request permission of flood tanks to dive with the Earth to submerge.
Just to tell you, we'll be back in a second. Thanks so much for coming out and diving with us, guys. We know you have a choice in submarines, but actually you kind of don't. But hey, thanks anyway. We appreciate you. We'll be back in our slip here in just a moment.
I guess it's best to get in line because we have no idea how long it'll take.
By the time we waited in line for the next tender boat and arrived back on the ship, it was nearly 4 p.m. Right on schedule, the ship departed Maui at 6 p.m. en route to our next port of call in Kauai.
Before 7 a.m. and we're getting ready to port at Nawiliwili. Now I see the side. You can see the man. Maybe they're going to escort the ship in. ship is slowly moving into the port here in Kauai. Slowly but surely.
Look at that beautiful sunrise. Stay tuned for our final adventure in part 3 when we board a riverboat at the Walua Marina for a river cruise and hike to the picturesque Fern Grotto in Kauai. We then take the voyage back across the Pacific and visit Ensenada, Mexico before finally returning home. See you next time.